Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to How to Make an Earth Day Wreath with Mrs. Palmieri. Let's go ahead and get started. For this project to help celebrate Earth Day, I decided we would use some recyclable materials as well as some art materials. So I would like you to try to find a paper plate, maybe one that you've even already used for something small like just some fruit or a piece of toast, and instead of throwing it away, I want you to use it for this project. We're going to recycle it. So you need a paper plate. You are going to need scissors. I would like it if you could use safety scissors or ask an adult to help you for this project. You get to choose if you are going to use either colored pencils or paint to decorate this project. You're going to need blue and green. And then lastly, you're going to need something circular to trace. So to help celebrate Earth Day, I thought it would be nice if we make our own wreath. A wreath is a circular decoration that hangs on a door. It's usually to celebrate holidays. So our paper plate is already circular, but we need to be able to hang it up. So what we're going to do for the first step is take our paper plate, fold it in half, and then we're going to have to take our scissors and cut out the center of this plate so that it creates a ring. This is when I would like you to ask an adult for help. If you think you can do it, great, but you should still have a grown-up making sure you are safe with your scissors. You're going to need to make sure you're holding your scissors properly, or else you won't be able to cut this the right way. Your thumb goes in the smallest circle, and you can fit 2 or 3 more fingers in the top circle. When you use scissors, you open and close them carefully, but don't move the hand that's holding scissors. That's not safe. You keep your scissors still, you only open and close them, and you move the paper that you're cutting. So I'm opening and closing my scissors, but I am moving the plate around in a circle. I'm actually going to flip it and go the other way. I'm just trying to cut out the center of my plate to create a ring. Now that you have a ring, you might notice it's a little uneven. It might not look that fantastic right now, but that is okay. We are going to be decorating it. And what you also have now is the inside part of your plate, and we can use this for the rest of our wreath. We're trying to use as much as we can of this paper plate, so we don't have to go waste more paper. Again, this is one paper plate that I actually used for breakfast this morning, but I didn't really make a big mess on it, so this is perfect for this project. So for this next step, you're going to need something that's circle shaped to trace. So I took this from a mason jar. You could take a plastic cup and trace that. We're going to do lots of circles, as many as we can, using the leftover piece of our plate. All right, so you'll need a pen or pencil to trace as many circles as you can. So try to fit as many circles as you can on your plate. We're trying to use as much of it as we can for this project. So what I did is I started tracing this to create big circles, and I realized I ran out of some space for big circles, so I went ahead and started tracing the bottom of my paint to create some smaller circles as well. You can have different size circles for this wreath. You just want to try to fit as many as you can on this piece of paper, and then we're going to start cutting these out. So please remember, when you are using your scissors, to be as careful as possible. Your thumb goes in the small circle. You can do 3 or 2 fingers in the oval at the top. You're going to keep your hand that's holding the scissors as still as you can. You're only opening and closing the scissors with your thumb. You're going to be turning the paper. That's going to help us cut out our circles, is turning them in the direction of a circle, turning our paper. All right, so just start cutting all of these out. Able to cut out 3 big circles from that center of the paper plate and 4 small circles. And what I can do now is, looking at this ring that we've created to make the wreath, I can start deciding how I want to place these circles around the ring. And what I'm noticing is I think I might need a few more circles so that this wreath is filled in, so that there's not a lot of empty space. So I started to think, what's something around my house that I could also recycle? And what I found is I started looking through some of the things that I put towards the trash can ready to go to the dump and started checking for the recycle symbol. And some of the things that I thought I was going to be able to recycle, I actually couldn't. It doesn't have the recycle symbol on it, which means that if I go put it in the recycling bin, the people that see that it has no symbol are just going to toss it into the trash and into the dump. So instead of having it go to the dump, I think I'm going to try to recycle it and use it for this art project. So whenever in my house I have something made out of cardboard, like a cardboard box that has granola bars in it, or a cardboard box that has cereal, once it is empty and it's ready to go into the trash, I always check to see if it has a recycling symbol. And if it doesn't have a recycling symbol, well, that means it's going to have to go in the trash unless we can find some other way to use it. So tissue boxes, for example, when they're all empty, you can't recycle them because they don't have the recycling symbol and because they have this plastic on the top. So I'm going to use this tissue box for art instead of just letting it sit in the dump all day. So let's go ahead and cut out some more circles using this cardboard. A lot more circles cut out, different size circles, big and small, and that way we can make sure that this whole ring will be filled in with these circles. So what we're going to do is decorate these to look like the planet Earth. So you'll need some blue and green paint or blue and green colored pencils. If you are using paper plates, like I am, you'll probably notice that some paper plates have the smooth, shiny side and then kind of a rough paper side. If you're using colored pencils, you want to draw on the rough paper side so that you'll be able to see it better. All right? So you can do this whole project with just colored pencils or crayons, and you'll still be able to see your decoration. But what might happen is if you're using a recyclable cardboard, then it's going to be a little bit harder to see the colored pencil or the crown on the cardboard. So you might choose to use paint instead. It's up to you, and it's up to you to try to be creative and use what you have at home. So now is the fun part. We get to decorate. So for my wreath, I've decided I'm going to use paint, and I'm going to paint all my circles blue first, like the oceans on our planet Earth. Painted all of your circles blue, this might be a good time to wash your hands and rinse your brush while you wait for these to dry before we go on to the next step. So now our blue circles are completely dry. We've got the 2 different size circles. I used blue acrylic paint because it does dry fairly quickly, but you should be fine using craft paint, tempera paint. Just do not use watercolor paint or oil paint. It may not dry the proper way. These are now a nice solid blue color, so I'm going to go on top with the green. So for the large blue circle, I'm going to take some light green paint and a small paintbrush, and I'm going to try to paint the different continents of the Earth onto this blue circle. Recycling symbol, which is 3 arrows going around in the shape of a triangle. Have our circles painted. We've got planet Earth, we've got the recycling symbol, and we're going to go back to the ring that we cut out earlier from the paper plate. I went ahead and painted mine. You can choose to paint yours and decorate yours if you'd like. But what we're going to do as the final step is to glue or tape our circles all the way around the ring to create a wreath. So you could use glue or tape to do this. You might want to try both and see what sticks best, and that way this whole circle should be filled in with planet Earth and recycling symbols. Have a finished Earth Day wreath after attaching all of the circles to your paper plate ring. You might also want to go back and with either paint or colored pencils, color in any missing white spots. You could also take your scissors and carefully trim the paper plate ring if any of it is sticking out or looks uneven. And this is ready to hang on your front door or put in the window to remind people to celebrate Earth Day. I hope you had a lot of fun creating this project with me, and I hope that the next time you go to throw something away in the trash can or even to put something in the recycling bin, you take a moment to first look for that recycling symbol, see if you could recycle it. But then second, I want you to think, is there any way that you can clean out the container that you're about to throw away and reuse it? Is there any way you can take that cardboard box that you were about to toss and transform it into some type of art project? Being creative and recycling is going to help the Earth one project at a time. I hope you all stay safe, stay healthy, and have a happy Earth Day. Thanks for watching.